Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you today. My name is Rosnita from Excel Academy. Today, we have Miss Gayatri for our free webinar session, and she will be sharing on topic advertising with Meta Ads, strategize and optimization. If you have any question regarding this topic, do leave your message in the comment section, and Miss Gayatri will answer them right after this session. Okay, let's not wait anymore. Now I pass this mic to Miss Gayatri.
Thank you very much, Rose. Allow me to share my screen first, yeah? Just a second. Can you see the screen? Are you able to see the screen?
We still can't see the screen.
Wait, yeah?
Cannot see the screen.
Cannot? 1 minute. How about now?
All right.
Can see?
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
see. All right.
All right, that's great. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for being here with me today. And we will be continuing with advertising with Meta Ads, or another word, Meta is the new name for Facebook, right? So we will be going through Facebook ads, strategies, and optimization. So before that, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gayatri. So some of you may be familiar with me, some like first time seeing me. So I am Gayatri Krishnasamy. So I've been in this marketing field or digital marketing for the past 14 years. And I have expanded and I have two businesses.
Miss,
Yes.
sorry, Gayatri. You need to remove the presenter. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
now is it clear?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so sorry. So sorry. All right. So have to start back
Okay.
my introduction, blah. Right.
Thanks.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So sorry
continue.
about that. All right. So yeah, like I mentioned, I have like 14 years of experience in marketing, digital marketing industry, and I have started and expanded two businesses. In fact, one is a social media agency, another one is a training company. All right, so what we do under the social media agency is we work with corporate clients to manage their social media platform. So running ads is like a must in that. So that is why today's session is going to be something that I really love, because this is what I've been doing like every other day. This is my job. All right. So yeah, apart from that, I'm also a consultant. I'm also a consultant for some SMEs and government-linked companies. Apart from that, also I am also actively involved in training and teaching anything about digital marketing. All right. So continuing. Um, okay. So these are some of the clients that we have managed. We are still managing. Some are our, we are managing the social media platforms. Some we have done trainings for them and stuff like that. All right. So just to be, if there's anyone in the, whoever is watching it, you might have a lot of questions pertaining Facebook advertisement, Instagram advertisement. So do feel free to ask me at the end of the session. We will have a Q&A. All right. So if you have any question, yes, please, like what Rose mentioned earlier, just put in the comments. So we will be addressing to all the questions. All right. Now, continuing. First of all, so why? I mean, everyone is on social media now, right? So like practically, especially after the pandemic, we kind of like know that social media is the place when all the businesses has been closed. Physically it's closed. When people are doing business, they just cannot go anywhere. They turn to digital media for exposure, for awareness, for selling, for conversion. So whatever business objective that you have, social media will be able to help. All right. But the thing here is you need a proper strategy. You need proper knowledge, so to run effective campaign on this social media so that you can see a good return. All right. So now, why is advertising on social media is crucial, right? For example, when it comes to online marketing, social media is just one part of online marketing. You can advertise on Google. You can advertise on YouTube. YouTube is also, we can consider as like part of social media, but it's very much of a search engine as well, right? So you can advertise in all these places. There's affiliate marketing, there's search engine optimization, search engine marketing and stuff like that. But what we are going to focus very much today is how advertising on social media is crucial. So first of all, before you even want to spend your money on Facebook ads, for example, we're going to talk about Facebook and IG ads, right? So when you want to spend $1, a ringgit on Facebook, you need to know what kind of return you should be able to get. So that means you're going to, like, for example, when you are going to advertise on social media, you are going to, invest your money, invest your time, invest your resources. So all this investment must give you back something in return. So this is why you must understand very clearly why you got to advertise, especially on social media, and why advertising on social media, especially at this point of a time, is like super duper crucial, right? So one of the thing is, like I mentioned, ever since pandemic, more people are spending their time on social media, on digital platform, leaving their footprints everywhere, which is good for us advertisers, right? And not only these people are on social media, these people, whoever spending their time, their energy, their focus on social media are your customers, are your potential customers. So you know that your potential customers are there on your social media platform. And not only your potential customer, but you also have your competitors on social media platform. So when I say your competitors already on social media platform, that means they are there, they are already start promoting, they already start advertising, they're already gaining the exposure on social media. All right. So it's super duper important for you to be on social media platforms, right? Second thing is you need to increase your brand's recognition. So it can be anything, guys. If you're selling a product, you're selling a service, or you're selling yourself, as in you have a service to offer, your personal branding matters. All right. So people need to know you. People need to know who is this person, what kind of product is this, what brand is this. So the moment they see the brand, they need to be able to recognize the brand. All right. So this is to get that awareness that okay, such brand exists and this is what this brand can do. So that kind of information needs to be in your potential customers' mind. All right. So you use social media advertisements to increase these brand recognition. All right. And then the next one is you get insight into your customers. You see, when we do advertisement, this is something that I will also be touching towards the end under our measurement and results and measurement. How do you track that? So this, when you run advertisements on social media platforms, you will be able to get a very detailed report about how your ads has been performing, how your ads performed. And not only that, you will be able to see an insight about your customers' behavior, how they have been, uh, uh, I mean, how they have been, what do you call that? The behavior, basically, how they act, what kind of content actually attracts them, how do they, act to that, whatever content that you have given for the ads. Are they just like coming there and getting information, but it takes them very long to purchase? Or are they like immediate, they see like, okay, I got enough information, then I'm okay to purchase. So all this kind of behavior is something that you can look into. So all these insights you can get when you start advertising on social media. All right. So this is if you ask me, it's so crucial. It's so important to get this insight into your customers. Right. Not only that, a very important part is how social media advertisements are so cost effective. You see, it's extremely cost effective compared to traditional platforms. For example, we still have traditional media, right? Billboards, digital billboards, and we have like you have a lot of banners and everything, all this a traditional way of doing marketing. And if anyone here has been involved in traditional way of doing marketing, you will know what kind of cost that it will you can incur when you do traditional way of marketing. Like for example, a newspaper ads can cost you like anything like five figure, right? More than 10,000, right? So when you do advertisements on social media, it is so cheap in the sense of affordable. I won't say cheap, right? So it's affordable, very, very cost effective. Meaning to say, based on whatever your budget is, you can formulate a campaign to suit your budget. And based on the budget, you will be able to get the results that you want. All right. So, and just to start on social media, it's so easy because you only need like 5 ringgit per day. So 5 ringgit is just a round figure. It's normally USD 1. So whatever is the conversion, is that something that you can start with. All right. So let's just put it like 5 ringgit a day. So with 5 ringgit a day, you can start running a Facebook campaign, ads campaign. All right. So this is why it's very, very crucial to have advertising on social media. Okay. Moving on. Just a second. All right. Next slide. Now, we talk about general why advertise on social media. Now we are going into the niche because we are going to talk about Facebook marketing, Facebook advertising, Facebook. So when this is something that I need to just be clear with you guys. When I say Facebook advertising, it means Facebook as well as Instagram. So you basically can run both ads from one platform. All right. So using the Facebook Ads Manager, you can run advertisement on Facebook as well as Instagram. All right. So why FB or IG advertising is important? Again, it's affordable. Affordable solution, like I mentioned, is only going to cost you 5 ringgit to start an advertisement on FB and IG. Not only that, when we run advertisement on Facebook and Instagram, you will be able to target specific demography. Like for example, you want to target people who are more than 40 years old, female, who are, probably professional. A professional female at the age of 40 years old who might be having like 2 children. All right. So basically, I just described myself here. All right. A professional, 40 years old, and blah, 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 and all that. Right. So you will be specifically target that person. All right. Based on the demographic. So this is something really, really, very useful, especially when we run advertisement and we need to target a particular, target group. All right. So that is the second one. And the third one is highly flexible advertising option. Like I mentioned again, not only from the time perspective, on the deployment, like what it's very easy to deploy, and the cost, it's highly flexible. All right. And you can run multiple different type of advertisement with different type of ad content, like for example, video, carousel, ad static images, reels. So whatever that you want to run, you can run an advertisement on it. Okay. And it's easy to deploy. That means it's easy to set up, easy to you set up the entire ads, you optimize, you run the ads, and how you can gain the results. So this is like really easy to do. All right. Rather than saying easy to do, I will say this is doable. For beginners, you might face some beginners issue kind of a thing, but it's not rocket science. Like I always tell my students, even my participants, it's not rocket science. It's learnable and it's doable. All right. So let's continue now. I'm going to start with some strategies how to advertise with Facebook ads. All right. First of all, When I mentioned earlier that I have been working with clients, corporate clients, when we want to run social media ads and stuff, they have one thing in their mind: sales. I mean, we don't blame them, right? So it's everybody wants to run advertisement on social media with the end goal in mind. Meaning to say, I want to increase the number of sales. I want to see the dollar and cents. I want to see my revenue increasing. When I spend so much of money, I want to see the revenue increasing, right? So nothing wrong in that. It's just that before we go into the revenue part, we have to take like a few steps back and start our advertisements properly. All right. So the first thing here is, before you even go to Facebook Ads Manager, click the create ad button, you need to make sure you understand your buyer's journey. All right. So you need to understand where your what is buyer's journey? You see, the moment you just put yourself as a buyer, so you have a problem, right? For example, I can just say, okay, a very simple example: I feel thirsty. All right, so that's a problem. All right, I became aware that I'm thirsty. So that is the awareness part. And then I know that I need some water to drink. Now, what I need to do is, I'm going into a shop, and then I'm going to the drink section, and I'm browsing through all the drinks they have there. So what am I doing? I am in my consideration stage. So you have awareness stage, you have consideration stage. I'm considering which drink I need to drink. And then finally I decided, okay, this is the drink that I want to drink. So I go to the counter, I check out, I pay, and then I take. So this is my decision. So I decided to go with this drink. So the moment a customer knows that they have a problem, all right, they have a challenge, until to the part where they find the solution for the problem which you are going to provide them, in between you have a lot of information searching by the customer. So what I gave you was a very simple basic example. So this can be even more complicated based on the product, based on the services that you have to offer. So the whole journey from knowing that I have a challenge and I need a solution, to finding a lot of information to finally find the product or the service that I want and purchasing it, the whole thing is a buyer's journey. All right. So as an advertiser, we need to map our ad funnel to suit our buyer's journey. Sometimes for certain product, the awareness part needs to be longer. The consideration part needs to be longer, but the decision part is super short. Sometimes the awareness part is longer, consideration will be short, and decision making might be a little bit longer. So you need to understand, how is it with your product? Okay, how is it with your service, with your brand, with your business? So how is it with you? So based on that, you need to put in all this into your funnel. So let me show you what is the buyer's journey like. Okay, so this is the buyer's journey. So what I have here is, you have 3 stages in buyer's journey. You have awareness, you have consideration, and you have decision. All right. In awareness level, this is where people realize that they have problem. They have a challenge, and I need to look for a solution for my challenge. All right. And at this point, sometimes they know they have a problem. Sometimes people just don't know what they have a problem. But as an advertiser, you need to tell them, hey, look, you might have this problem. All right. So this is where you can give a lot of input awareness about your brand, about your services, about your product, by giving them a lot of video, image, content, get them to go to your website, write blogs about it. And, if you have social media pages, write post on the awareness part. All right. So that's the awareness. The second stage is consideration. What is consideration? Like, I went into the shop to browse through all the different kind of drinks. So I'm considering, meaning to say, I'm looking at you as a problem solver for me. You have something that can solve my problem, but I'm also looking at your competitors. All right. I'm also like just seeing what are the options that I have. So getting more information before I can decide on what I want. So on this consideration level, you can create content that's like some social proof, like so many people use this and this is what they got, or direct testimonies, all right, or more of your products USP, more of your products benefits, what's your value proposition. So all these things can be into your consideration. And finally, on the decision part. So decision is basically, I want to purchase your product. So how can you make the purchase process easy for me? What kind of pricing strategy do you have? How do I purchase? How do I check out? Is it like through your website or through, do I need to PM you? So all these things are on the decision part. So when you know your buyer's journey, I'm just going to go back to this. So when you know your buyer's journey clearly, then you can suit it to your ad funnel. So ad funnel is the same thing, right? You have awareness. When maybe later I can just show you the ad funnel in Facebook ads. How can you clearly see the funnel in Facebook ad? So you have awareness, you have consideration, you have conversion or decision. All right. So that's what you have on Facebook ad. So you need to match it properly. And how are you going to do it? By creating marketing content which suit all these different levels. Different content for awareness, different content for consideration, and different content for decision. So if you are doing one advertisement and running it only for, let's say, on decision, you want people to check out in your website, and you have never run any awareness or consideration content ads, then you are actually losing up here. All right. So it has to really follow your buyer's journey. Okay, guys. Now, continuing. Now you already have, like, you already know about the buyer's journey, how you need to map your content, funnel, your ad funnel, how you need to make sure that your buyer's journey will suit your ad funnel. The second thing is, now you need to map your content to fit each customer individually. Okay, how are you going to do that? Simple. Facebook, like what I'm trying to say here is, this content is an awareness content, for example, and I want a person who comes to my website to see the awareness content, and the same person, after he sees the awareness content like for 5 times, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him into my consideration funnel. So the next time when he goes online on Facebook, he will start seeing all the ads that is consideration. So after like a few ads of consideration, I will change it into it. You don't have to do all this. It's optimized by Facebook, but you need to do what the back end job so that Facebook can run smoothly. All right. So after they see some of the consideration, and now it's time for them to make a decision. Now you show more of your ads to purchase. So your CTA is very important there. So buy now, purchase now, book an appointment with us now, and stuff like that. All right. So you have to map each ad content. You're creating your ad content. It has to be directed to the right customer. Now, how do you do that? Like I mentioned, Facebook has all these features ready, but you need to set it up properly. The first thing is, if you have a website, the moment you already have a website, the first thing that you got to do is to install a Facebook pixel in your website. All right. So installing Facebook pixel is very important. Why? So this is how the Facebook pixel works. It's actually a user interaction tracking. Facebook pixel is that. So what the pixel does is, the moment anyone comes to your website, it starts tracking them. It starts tracking what kind of content this person is consuming, how long he's being here. All right. And then when he goes to another website, another app, for example, it keeps tracking, keeps it in mind that this person came here. And we will have all the report at the back end, like how many views we got, how many people came to the, our landing page, how many people actually check out. So all this information will be stored, and Facebook pixel will be monitoring this. All right. So what we need to, what we will be doing now is, once you have a website, immediately, even though you're not running any Facebook ad, is fine. Just install a Facebook pixel. So let the pixel start collecting data, right? And then the next thing is, how Facebook will know that when it's supposed to show an awareness ads or consideration ads or decision ads, you have to feed into Facebook as well. This is where you need to understand the campaign objective, which is very important. So Facebook gives you around 11 different campaign objectives. 2 of it is awareness, 3 of it I suppose is decision, the balance is all under consideration. So you need to know all these campaigns clearly so that you will be able to map this buyer's journey with your ad content to suit the right customer. I hope it's not getting too technical. It's not too technical. In fact, if we have the, a chance in the future to do like a full day class or something, I can clearly teach you like step by step. Since our timing is very, very short today, it's just an introduction to you guys. All right. Now, sorry. So once you have done, you map your content, ad content for individual customer. Now you need to optimize the ad content. You see, you already map it. Okay, you want these people to view this content, awareness. But who are the people that's going to view? Are you really sure that you know these people at the back, at your customer? Do you really know your customer? Because the ad content is very important. This is what your people, your potential customer is going to see. All right. In order for them to be able to communicate with your ad content, to be able to interact, to have like a pulling factor with your ad content, you need to make sure you know what is this ad content all about. Who are the people who's going to communicate with this ad content? So the first thing is your customer, your buyer. All right. So they will be the first thing that you will think of when you want to do Facebook advertising. All right. So create a buyer's journey. All right. So this is sorry, not buyer's journey, buyer's persona or customer avatar. So you guys can Google buyer's persona or customer avatar and how to create it. All right. So it's quite basic. Every businesses that you want to run an ads on social media, you need to create a buyer persona first. All right. It's important to have a persona of your buyer. So once you already, this is for you to really get to know your customer. So what are the things that you will have in a buyer's persona? It's what kind of goals and values this your end user wants to have. Like for example, let's say I'm running a social media agency. So my perfect ideal customer could be a business owner who is running a business. He needs to have a presence on social media, but he's just too busy to do advertising and content creation himself. So he is my target audience. So what information that I know, I want to know what kind of goals that he has. Like for example, he might want to he needs to create content, but he just don't have the time, and he wants to increase his brand reach, but he just don't have the time to do it. So these are all the things that he want to achieve. These are goals that he wants to achieve, but he just couldn't do it. And then another thing that you also need to know is where this ideal customer of yours gets their sources of information. Where do they hang out online? Which site they go to read news? Probably the Star Online or Berita, Utusan Online or Berita Harian or whatever, So you just need to know where they go, what kind of information they consume, who are the personalities they follow. So all these are important. And then the next thing is the challenges. So they, again, guys, the goals and the challenges pain point, they might have a lot, but we are going to focus on what it has to do with your brand, your product. All right. So like, for example, let's say I'm the challenges, right? Challenges is his competitors are getting recognized on social media, but he is not. So I can use these challenges as a pain point also, right? So use the challenges, this pain point, so I can create a content based on this. And then you go into demography. So demography means what's their age, what's their gender, what's their education level like, what's the occupation, what's the life cycle, So you can include all these things. And finally, you have roles and objections. So what are roles and objections? Meaning to say, you want someone who can make a decision to purchase, so decision maker. So you want to know if this person, this target audience of yours, are they able to make the purchasing decision? So what roles they play in purchasing decision, or can they influence the person who's going to purchase? You need to know that. Objection means you know these guys are your target audience, but they're still not buying from you. And why is that? So we need to know this as well. All right. So all this information will help you to create your what do you call that? Your customer persona, your customer avatar. All right. So if you're not so clear, a customer avatar or a buyer's persona is actually just a fictional, or we can say semi-fictional characteristic that represents a reflection of your real customer. Just take one ideal customer of yours. All right, just take one ideal customer of yours, and based on the data that you have about this person, the buying, purchasing behavior, the challenges that they might have, how the process of purchasing, the entire buyer's journey. So based on this, you are able to convert them into a customer. So take this ideal customer of yours and use this information to create your customer avatar. So your customer is a real person. Your customer avatar is not a real person. It's a fictional person, but based on a real individual. All right. And customer avatar is not only, you don't talk about one person when it comes to customer avatar. It can be a group of them, a community of them who shares similar traits. All right. So these are what customer avatar buyer's persona means. Okay. So let me just recap, right? The first thing is, let me just recap here. All right. First, make sure you have a buyer's persona. Why buyer's persona is important? So that you can map it together with your ad funnel. So ad funnel got 3 areas here. The ad funnel and buyer's persona have to be hand in hand. It's like it has to go together. All right. And then for every content that you create, it has to be mapped properly so that it can suit each individual. All right. So how we do that? Facebook pixel, and then we can also run proper advertisement, like you really know what campaign you want to run. And then you optimize the ad content. The final one, yeah, the results, the ad content that you are going to show people, right? So you make sure that it is optimized, and then it is to the right person based on the buyer's persona. So I've already explained what is a buyer's persona and stuff, right? Now let's go into how do you run ads on Ad Manager. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to show you anything about how to set up the ads and all that. We are not going to do that. That takes a long time. But what I will do is I'm going to just go through a little bit. So if not, it will be like you might don't have the right how it looks like, kind of a thing, right? So I'm not sure if you're able to see this. I'm just stop sharing for a while. Let me just share this. Okay, can you guys see this? Is it being shared? I hope so. I can't see any reaction. Yes, huh? Okay, can be seen. Okay.
Yes, you can
All right.
see it.
Can so this is
Yes,
what
yes.
all right. So this is what Ads Manager will look like, and you create a campaign here. So what I want to show you is what are the campaign objectives that you need to choose. And Facebook already given you all this funnel, all right? So you have awareness, you have consideration, and you have conversions. Conversion is similar to decision, all right? So under awareness, you can run 2 different kind of ads, brand awareness and reach, all right? So brand awareness is if you just click here, right? So you will be able to see what is this entire thing about, all right? So brand awareness is you want more people to just the first time they've never heard about you, to know about your brand. And Facebook's way of measuring this is by, we call this ad recall lift. So after 7 days, depending on the time that you set, 7 days or 14 days, whether people remember seeing your brand or not. All right, and then just reach maximum people. The ads just goes to maximum people who you chose, right? And then you have consideration, where you have traffic. You want to bring traffic to your website. All right, so why do you want to just bring traffic to your website? So in the website, you need to have content that will make people like, okay, I'm going to consider this brand, like a testimony, like benefit, USP, and all that thing. Don't just, there's something that people do when they run traffic ads, they send them to the front page, home page. So what am I supposed to do there, right? So don't do that. Have a proper landing page. What do you want these people to do there? All right. So traffic is basically, they just bring people to your website. And in the website, if you have something that for them to do, some action to take, you can define it. Like, for example, sign up for a newsletter, or watch a certain video, all right, or interact with something, right? So you can do that. Engagement is basically when you should, I think I don't want to go through all this quite a lot. I'll just go through one or two, all right? Engagement is you have some social media post and you want that post to get a lot of engagement, meaning to say like, reaction, shares and comments and all that, all right? And then you have lead generation, something that I just love, because you are able to get, your target audience's phone number, contact details, their full name, their email address, their phone number, or certain question that you want them to answer. So you'll be able to do that. Messages is direct to in your inbox. You can get people to send you a message to your WhatsApp, to your Messenger, or to your Instagram direct. So just direct messaging. The moment they see the ads, they click, okay, I would want to know more about this product. After that, the conversation will continue and they can purchase. All right. And then this is all under consideration. And then you have conversion. So conversion here is more on a decision taking. So conversion, the funnel is conversion. The campaign objective is also conversion. So conversion is basically bringing people to the website also. But what's the difference here? People from this traffic, it's just, they can be anyone. This conversion is people who are most likely to purchase your product. All right, so that's the conversion. Catalog sales, so you have to upload your catalog on Facebook and then you can run ads for your catalog sales. Store traffic, so this is a physical store visit. It will be geo-targeted. Let's say you have a physical store, real store, and then you want people to come there. So whoever is nearby that vicinity, that's radius, they will be able to get an ads that, okay, such and such place is here, you may drop by, something like that. During pandemic, this was disabled. Now it's already there, right? So these are some of the campaign objective that you need to know. All right, don't simply run ads without knowing all this. All right, okay, let me just stop share this. I'm not sharing, right? Okay, just a second, I'll share back my slide. Can you see, guys, the slide? Can, right? Okay, I think supposed to be able to see. All right. So
the slide's not sharing yet.
Oh, not sharing yet.
Yes.
Wait, share screen, entire screen. How about now?
Okay, now it's fine, but okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's nice.
All right. Thank you. So what I've shown you just now was on the advertising objective, the campaign objectives. And then another thing that you also might want to look into is, don't set only one set of target audience. Have multiple audience setting. All right. So what I will do best is I will group this audience into different groups. Like, for example, 20 to 30 years old in one group, 30 to 40 years old in another group, and maybe 50 to 60 years old if my target audience falls into that, a different group. I try to group them differently, and because every group will have different, based on their age, based on their environment, based on their family, based on their job and all that, their likes will be different. the way they interact to certain content online will be different. So for them, I would say it is really important for you to create different ads for this different group. So first you have to have multiple audience setting. So don't put like 18 to 65 years old all together in one group. Don't do that. All right. So try to group it up, try to segregate it, and define them even detail. All right. And then don't forget to retarget your audience. You may, all right, for example, right, you did a video, a short video or a reels or something, and you run a video view ads. So you just want to get more people to watch this video. This video can be awareness video. After that, what you do, you go back to Facebook, you run another maybe consideration video, more of USP testimonies and stuff. And now what you're going to do, you're going to retarget the people who actually watch your awareness video. And you can do that. How? There is thing called, if you guys can see custom audience, you can create a custom audience of people who actually watched your video. All right. So that way you are targeting back people, retargeting people who already interacted with your content earlier. All right. And also you have lookalike audience. So what's lookalike audience? You can see that, okay, this particular ad set is performing really well. All right. So what I want to do now is I want to create a similar audience setting to this. Sama tapi tak serupa. If we have Malaysians listening, you all know this is the same, but it's not exactly the same. All right. So they are look alike. They're not the same people, but they look almost similar in terms of demography, in terms of their preference, in terms of their likes, in terms of all the other things, but different people. So you may want to run lookalike audience setting as well. All right. So then continuing, this is on the ads part. Use really good, compelling, and relevant CTA. CTA is call to action. Okay. If you want them to watch, if you want them to sign up for something, the sign up must be there. Don't go and click learn more. Learn more is for consideration. You learn more about my business. Go to my website, learn more about my business. But your idea now is you want them to sign up. So use the right CTA, not only in the setting, but in your ad image as well. There must be a CTA. In your caption, there must be a CTA, a good CTA, a compelling CTA, where people will be, pulled to take an action. All right. Another one, yes, we are talking about paid ads here, but to have, organic ads on Facebook is like almost hopeless, right? You hardly get anything, especially if you're posting something on your Facebook, or Facebook especially. Instagram still fine. All right. But what I would suggest is when you are running ads, all right, when you are running ads, also post up organic stuff, organic posts on your page. Why? Because when you're running ads, your page is getting some engagement. So chances are people will come to your page to check out what you have posted there as well. All right. And you can even run ads for your organic, it's not really. So you can run ads for the post that you already posted up. All right. So don't rely 100% on ads. Your ads is going to give you the results, but keep your page active. Okay, keep your page active, at least 3 posts a week, just the bare minimum, 3 posts a week, or 5 to 6 posts maximum. All right, make sure you do that. And another thing that I also wanted to let you guys know, there is an update about Apple iOS 14 update. So this happened, I think, April 2021, last year. So basically, whoever has Apple device, they can opt out from data sharing, which means that Facebook won't be able to track their online performance. All right, so they won't be able to track them. So what happened because of this last year, if anyone here like into advertising and all, you will know that there has been a big drop in Facebook advertisement, where we advertisers, we spend a lot on our money, our clients' money, but the results that we got was like really very bad, right? Compared to the previous year, for the same amount that you spent, you were able to reach really good results. But The following year, we were not able to do it because we are not able to track. Facebook is not able to track iPhone users, right? So, but now there has been some updates. What I would just suggest you guys to do is just go to facebook.com/business, and there will be some updates, some steps how you can minimize the effect. If you're running these ads, you can look into it. All right, just be aware. So there's been an update where you won't be able to track like what you used to do like many years ago. All right, so that's on that. And finally, guys, on tracking and measuring the results. I see Facebook allows uh, A/B test. All right, so A/B test, or previously it is known as a split test. So what does this mean? You are able to measure. Okay, if you use A/B testing, you will be able to measure which ad image is the best performing one, because when you are running an ad, you don't use only one ad image. You will have multiple ad images. All right, so you would want to know which of these ad images are performing the best, which captions that I wrote are performing the best. All right, which audience setting, like I mentioned earlier, have multiple audience setting, multiple ad sets. All right, so which ad set is performing the best, and also which placement mean where do you want your ads to be shown? Is it on Facebook? Is it on Instagram? Is it on Messenger? All right, or is it an instant article? All right, so there's so many places, your stories. So where do you want your ads to be shown? And end of the day, Facebook will tell which placement actually gave you the best result, the best cost per click or best cost per results. All right, so run an A/B test and look a little bit. I mean, of course, there's always when you run additional um, ad, this is considered another additional ad, you will have to spend a little bit of money, but this is just for the beginning. Probably you can run into 2 to 3 weeks just to know what is the best performing, and then just switch one off and focus only on the best performing one. All right, so run A/B. This is how you track. All right, you track, and then once you have completed the ads, all right, you will be able to check the results. All right, now results is very, very important. You will be able to see you know, which ad, all the insight, like impression, for example, what's the number of impression that you got, what is the reach, what is the cost per result. CPR is cost per results. Like if it's awareness, so cost per ad recall lift, what is your cost? If it's a like, you want to get more likes for your business page, so what is the cost per like, for cost per page like? All right, and then for one like, how much you actually paid for Facebook. And then if it's like a lead generation, so what is the cost per lead generation? So these are all the things that you will be able to measure, and all is given to you. You don't really need like a third-party tool to get access to this. Of course, yeah, if you want even detailed, even in-depth, what you call that, report, then you can always go for free third-party reporting tools. But if you're starting and you just want the basic one, which is good enough, if you ask me, Facebook's ad result is like really, really good, so you can just get that. All right, important thing is after each ad campaign, make sure you download this result and measure it. All right, see which ads have been performing, why it was not performing, which time was the best, and all this. There's so many things that you can you can get from the results. Right. All right, so I already came to the end of my slide. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will open the session for Q&A now. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, we have one question.
Sorry, I had to drink water. Hi, Tamizi. That's a very good question. thank you so much for the great sharing. I have a question. Is it good to put a lot of hashtag in campaign posts? And do hashtag really helps in advertising? Okay, so the simple answer here is hashtag doesn't help so much in advertising, but when you you create a post and you post it up on social media platforms, what happens is the hashtag gives you better reach. All right, so hashtag gives you better reach. People also use hashtag as like a search engine. If they want to search anything, they can just hashtag, search for the hashtag and see all the posts under the hashtag. So more of reach, more of that, you see. Even if you don't put any hashtag in your ad campaign, it is fine. It's fine. It won't really help so much. Most important in ad campaign, advertising, is your content, the image itself, the copywriting, a bit of copywriting, and then you go into back to your audience setting and the right campaign. So that helps the most.
Okay,
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the good question.
let's just wait for a while if there is any more question. Okay, I guess that's all the questions we have for today.
Only one
Okay, all
question.
right. Thank you so much, Ms. 𝗙𝗘𝗓, for the insightful presentation. And also thank you for everyone for joining our free webinar session today.
Thank you.
Anyway, for your information, Ms. 𝗙𝗘𝗓 will be sharing about the secret of powerful ads copywriting upcoming 9 September 2022 in our free virtual conference Thrive, Level Up Your Digital Advertisement. Okay, so register today by scanning the QR code or use registration link provided in the comment section. Okay, also don't forget, follow our social platform for our latest information. And again, if you have any question regarding our program and our course, just contact us through the contact information in the ticker below. Okay, till then, thank you and we see you again. All right, bye.